the only place to hear cheaters get busted. This is the Dave Ryan Show's War of the Roses, 101.3 KDWB.
Hi, Karen.
Hey.
This is a good one, particularly one element in here. But let's get started with why you want to do War of the Roses. This is your boyfriend. You're pretty serious. You live with Kevin, right?
Yeah.
All right, so tell me what went on with Kevin that you want to do War of the Roses.
Well, you know, he's been like a little weird lately, but more so he's been, I don't know, we always used to, you know, charge our phones next to each other ourselves.
Yep.
And all of a sudden he's like, I don't know where it is, like where he's charging it, you know, but I recently kind of found it and looked through it.
Like any good woman, you went through his phone. And that is suspicious because if you charge it, Susan and I charge our phones right next to each other on the kitchen counter every night.
Yep.
But now he's charging his at work or in his car or something like that, and he's got it on him all the time. But you found it. You went through it. What'd you find?
I found, I found pics of his junk that he was sending back and forth, I guess, to like 2 or 3 women that I can see so far.
Okay.
Do you recognize the names of the women?
No, they all have like weird names. Like I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's like, you know, made up names or these are just people I've never met before. But like whose name is Bailey? But especially in particular with this chick Bailey, he's been like texting things back and forth to her, and it's almost like they're trying to one up one another, like who can be like the most explicit. You know, explicit. Is that the word? Explicit.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to school. I promise. I just don't sound that way much.
Did you go to Osseo High School? Because that would explain a lot if you did.
Nice to Osseo.
But it's Osseo. Okay, I'm kidding. Osseo, what up, Orioles? Okay, so on the phone, there's dirty pictures, there's text messages. Can you describe what any of these text messages are? Is this stuff that's, you know...
I mean, it's pretty vulgar. I don't know what I can say, but...
We'll bleep it.
Okay. The one is, you're the best I've ever had.
Wow, didn't see that coming.
And I can still...
Oh my God.
So he's left a lot of stuff. Now, I have to ask you, here's the logical question. When you ask him about this, what does he say about these text messages?
Well, I haven't really gone into detail about it because I really don't want him to know that I go through his phone. You know, it's more just kind of testing things out. Like I'll say things, or like I'll say like, oh, my friend Jana, you know, she's going through this with her husband, and he's talking to this chick online, and basically he's like, well, it's not cheating, you know, it's like texting or it's online. It's no big deal.
He kind of defends that.
I can understand though. We get frustrated with people who don't confront the boyfriend. But I can see why you wouldn't. You don't want to know. I mean, I think it would just be really hard to have the reality slap you in the face like that.
You know what? In reality, you like to pretend that things are normal.
Yep, you sure do.
And you like to pretend that there's an explanation. You like to pretend that things are okay. But this is what's infuriating for us guys is because you know things about us that we don't even know that you know about us.
Yeah, we do.
And you don't tell us that you know until you need it for your own purposes.
Evidence. It's called the arsenal.
And that's when we go, it's just sex. I love you.
Yeah.
I make love to you because I love you.
Yeah.
I her.
Oh.
But I love you.
Oh,
I think Eddie Murphy said that one time. Girl, I love you. I make love to you. Yes, I her. But I make love to you.
Jesus.
What else? Tell me the thing about you're in the living room. Tell me about the other thing now.
Oh God! We live with this other guy, PJ. It's Kevin's friend, but PJ is like the most asexual person I've ever met. Like I've never seen him like with anybody, girl or boy.
Okay.
He never brought home a girl. You know,
Yeah.
He's just kind of like an overgrown Boy Scout.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
Kevin was working late, and I was sitting on the couch.
So you're on the couch. PJ has a little message for you.
Yeah, well, he comes out, and he's, like, pissed. He's like, I don't know how to bring this up, but could you not put your Maxipads in the toilet? And that's just gross in general, but I don't use Maxipads. I'm like,
Okay, so I get it.
Someone's been to the house, and it wasn't with PJ because he's asexual.
Oh, yeah.
So some girl put her...
it has to be some girl. I mean, I can't think of any other...
Who, okay, by the way... I'm a boy and I know that you don't put maxi pads in the toilet.
No.
I mean, who does that? I wonder if the person who did that, if they were there with Kevin, was kind of trying to leave a trail. You know what I mean? Kind of
mark her territory?
Mark the territory a little bit. So, again, you haven't brought any of this stuff up with Kevin, but we're going to call him in a second and we're going to ask him who he wants to send the roses to.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's going to be you and hopefully not Bailey or somebody else.
Cheyenne.
I just, I know, I know I'm laughing, but I'm just so tired of being upset about it. I'm numb, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know what to believe. And every time I kind of try to bring it up, he just brushes it off like it's no big deal. So it's almost like I feel kind of crazy just bringing it up, because every time it's dismissed.
Well, I think that's one thing guys are good at on War of the Roses. We've learned this, is that guys can turn it back on a woman so fast and say, what, you're crazy.
Yeah.
What, really?
And then you have to really ramp up for a good argument because the guy's going to get defensive.
We're going to call him. We're going to find out who he's going to send the roses to on War of the Roses. Are you ready?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello?
Hello, I'm looking flowers. There are a dozen romantic red roses, and the first thing I need is the name of the person you'd like us to send them to.
I'd say Sue, actually, if you could send it to my mom.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Actually, though, they're romantic. They're 12 red romantic roses, so it would probably be better to send them to a wife or a girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend or a wife?
No, I don't.
You don't have a girlfriend?
Okay.
No, I don't.
You don't have a girlfriend?
Hey, let me help you out here. Yeah, let me help you out. Hey, Kevin, I know you're probably confused right now. It is not your phone company. It's KDWB calling for War of the Roses, and we want to see who you would send roses to. And we're a little bit surprised, I think your girlfriend is too, because you sent them to your mom. That's nice and everything, but you have a girlfriend, and you said you don't have a girlfriend.
Wait, I'm really confused right now. No, I wouldn't. I didn't. I just said I just didn't want to. I didn't have Karen involved in any of this. So I just, so I don't know who. It's a. I don't know. It's like a telemarketer or something. So it's not. It's not actually. It sounds kind of like a telemarketer, but it's KDWB, and you're on the radio right now and on the phone listening right now, wondering about your lack of a girlfriend. Is your
girlfriend?
Is
your girlfriend Karen?
Yeah.
Yes, but I didn't want to tell you guys or the person before about.
You know what I think is so amazing about you is the fact that you have an excuse for everything.
In his defense, he didn't send him to another girl. He just said he didn't have a girlfriend. I mean,
I do have a question. Hey, Kevin, I do have a question for you though, because one of the things that Karen made her suspicious is that your roommate PJ came in and told her to not flush her maxi pad down the toilet. But Karen says she doesn't use pads. So whose maxi pad was that?
Did you know the toilet was clogged up with a maxi pad last week?
No, I didn't know that.
Did you have any explanation for a maxi pad being stuffed in the toilet?
All right, to tell the truth, that is mine. That was mine.
Your maxi pad.
That's your maxi pad. Because apparently you were on your period last week.
Oh, my God.
Why?
No.
Why would you have, Kevin, why would you have a maxi pad?
Well, sometimes when it gets hot outside, I get swamp ass.
Oh, my God.
Or mud butt. And
oh, no.
You're wearing a diaper?
Whatever gets the job done.
So let me ask you, okay, so there's your explanation for the roses, then for the maxi pad. There was one other problem, though. Do you want to ask him about the other problem in the text messages and the pictures, Karen?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
What?
This entire situation, I'm so confused. I don't understand.
Oh, I agree. Well, here's where we agree, because it is ridiculous and it is confusing. So what are all these text messages and these pics about?
She found she found the text on your phone of you sending some girl named Bailey pictures of your junk and your just saying things vulgar sin.
Oh no! That's you're misinterpreting that, Tyler. We're just messing around. We're just friends.
Didn't you write something like I can't
Not
wait?
Not messing around. We're having fun.
So you're saying that when you're texting a woman back and forth and sending pictures of your junk and saying things that are dirty and you're just joking around?
Yeah.
Who is she? Who's Bailey?
Yeah.
She's a friend of mine.
I have lots of friends. I love to write little things too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
she is the best you've ever had. I mean, that's cool.
Because she saw on one of your text messages that she did say something like the best you ever had.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't think that you should be looking through my text messages either way.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
really?
it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
If
if you want to let someone your miniature vegetable garden, go for it, because that's all they're going to get. You're such a piece of... I mean, honestly, if somebody wants you, they could have you and your mess.
If you guys can just stop for a second.
Listen, Kevin, you're lying to me. Why don't you just man up and just tell me you're having sex with somebody else? Why can't you just do that instead of wasting my time and everybody else's time and making up stupid bullshit stories about Maxipads in your ass crack? Then maybe, perhaps, we can have a grown-up conversation here.
Well, I feel good about how this is going.
This is ridiculous.
I just can't believe I spent all this
Putting me
time
on the radio?
Huh?
We are on the radio right now. Yes.
On the radio? I don't want to argue about this with you on the radio. This is
What about your nub carrot? You stupid piece of little teeny tiny.
Right,
That's why you have to be over texting, because you can't please anybody in real life.
Personal attacks.
This is just a personal. You don't need to attack him personally just because you're on the radio.
Oh no, he's taking pictures of it, so he must be proud of it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Kevin.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I think this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Really? That's a first, because usually you have something to say about every thing.
You're ridiculous.